Okay, so this is Jim Elliott with the Star Mountain Soap Company, and what we're doing today is we are putting in a new paddock for our goats, and we're going to bring them down here tomorrow. But right now I'm working on the hot wire. This is what we're using to keep these guys in, and I'll show you guys what that looks like here. And so basically this is the paddock that we're working on right here. The hot wire runs along our creek. It goes all the way down there. This is probably about 4, maybe 6 acres. A lot of it's wooded, which the goats like because they're browsers mainly. I put in that little shelter down there for them last spring, and we've got a feeding trough down there. But right now what I'm working on is this hot wire and putting in new T-posts. And you've got to have these red posts in here just between the lengths to hold that wire down. And so I'm working on putting these things in. I just pulled apart this bottom one by accident, so I got to figure out where that came apart and get that put back together. But this is what we're working on today, and this is all part of having a goat farm. If you're working with making goat milk soap, I mean, this is just part of the deal. So got to go down there along the creek, figure out where this thing came apart. All right, well, I found the end. So here's that broken end, and we'll stick that in here for now. And here's the other end. You can see how we attached the tree here using these insulators. These have been a lot better because the wire, if it gets bumped, it doesn't necessarily come off these insulators. But if it does, it actually grounds out right. If the wire gets bumped, it won't necessarily come off these insulators. Sometimes if it does, it'll ground out right on this wire here. So it means walking the hot wire about once a week and make sure that nothing's grounded out on it. And I'm getting this off the trees right now because I found out that if the yellow insulators are actually nailed to the tree, as the tree grows, it pushes these insulators off and they crack and they come off. I couldn't figure out why they kept coming off. Well, it's because of the growth of the tree. So I'm taking all these off and I'm going to put them on the T-post here, and I won't have that problem anymore. So anyway, this is all part of our farm here. All that pasture up there all the way to the road is ours. It's really beautiful right now because it's coming into fall, and yeah, it's really nice, but it's a lot of work taking care of a goat farm. What we're going to do is we're going to bring the goaties down here, and tomorrow they'll be able to graze on this nice paddock that we got for them, and should be good to go. This weekend we've got a show coming up in Elizabethton. It's going to be the Covered Bridge Festival, and that should be a good one. We did well at that show last year, and we had a lot of return customers. So anyway, we'll keep you up to date on how the progress goes on this stuff.